Fox News. Breaking news.
They caught him. The FBI just arrested an illegal alien from Mauritania who voted 5 times in Pennsylvania, including the 2024 presidential election. 5 times, folks. And Democrats have been looking you straight in the eye, telling you non-citizen voting doesn't happen. They've been lying to your face this entire time, and now President Trump is going absolutely scorched earth on Senate Republicans, demanding they pass the Save America Act, and I quote, with passion and at the expense of everything else. This is not a polite request. This is a direct order from the commander-in-chief to save the republic itself. The question is now, are Senate Republicans finally going to listen? Now, here's why this matters to you and every single American who believes that their vote should count. Okay, if illegal aliens can walk into polling stations and cancel out your vote, not once, not twice, but 5 times, then we don't have a republic anymore. We have a fraud. Now, this man from Mauritania isn't even supposed to be in this country, and he's been casting ballots in American elections. How many more are out there? How many patriotic Americans had their voices silenced by people who have no legal right to participate in our elections? It's not about party politics anymore. This is about whether America survives as a constitutional republic. 71% of Americans support the SAVE Act, including half of Democrats. This is an 80-20 issue. Proof of citizenship, voter ID, purging non-citizens from the rolls. This is common sense that protects every legal vote. The establishment doesn't want this because they benefit from the chaos. They need illegal votes to hold on to power. President Trump sees it, the American people see it, and now it's time for Senate Republicans to act or be remembered as the cowards who let the republic fall. And speaking of protecting America's future, there's a national security story. It's developing right now. The mainstream media does not want to report on. As Iran continues destabilizing the Middle East, the federal government just made a move that could reshape America's security posture entirely. And here's the truth they don't want you to know. Our nuclear subs, warheads, next-gen power grid, our aircraft carriers all depend on uranium, and we import almost every single pound of it from foreign nations. This is not about energy independence anymore. This is about survival, because a nation that can't power its own military does not remain a superpower for long. That's why smart investors are looking at atomic minerals trading as ATMMF in the U.S. and ATOM in Canada. So while Washington finally wakes up to our uranium vulnerability, companies positioned in domestic uranium production could be at the center of America's strategic realignment. Do your own research, but understand this, smart money is already moving. Check out the full briefing that has been prepared just for Next News viewers, exclusively linked below. Now let's get back to the fight that's happening right now on Capitol Hill. Yes, here is where it is even more explosive. Grassroots warrior Scott Presler storming the Capitol as we speak. He just met with Senator Dave McCormick of Pennsylvania and is going office to office building support for a talking filibuster. That means Democrats stand on the floor and explain to the American people why they oppose requiring citizenship to vote. And the White House just added more to the bill. No surgical mutilation of children, no men and women's sports. They're putting it all on the line, and I'm going to show you exactly what is happening. Scott Presler meeting with Republican senators to surge support for passing the Save America Act. Listen.
Hey everybody, this is Scott Presler. Just met with Senator Dave McCormick of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania to personally thank him for co-sponsoring the Save America Act and also putting out a public statement in support of the talking filibuster. Meeting with more members of Congress on Capitol Hill today, and I promise you, going to continue to be your voice, going to continue to speak on behalf of the Save America Act, and we are not going to stop until it's on President Trump's desk to be signed into law. Continue to respectfully and peacefully call your senators. Game on.
Scott Presler in the Capitol today. Grassroots pressure campaign is happening because there's concrete evidence. The problem they're trying to solve, the evidence just dropped. The FBI, look at this, the FBI just arrested an illegal alien who voted 5 times in the swing state of Pennsylvania, including the 2024 presidential election.
Attorney in the Eastern District of Pennsylvania arrested a 50-year-old man from Mauritania who's not a citizen, is illegally here in this country, who voted 5 times. 5 elections, or allegedly voted in 5 elections. So this is exactly why we need to bring about confidence. So that's one thing. We also, good Lord, we need to fund Department of Homeland Security. We have a domestic threat on the rise because of what's happening.
5 times. 5 times. And that's why we need the Save America Act now. The FBI arrest in Pennsylvania is not just any state. It's the exact swing state. Republican Dave McCormick just won his Senate seat, and he's weighing in with more.
Do 2 things at once. We need to keep our domestic agenda moving forward. There's a couple big things. Save America Act's first and foremost. That requires voter registration to ensure prove citizenship for voter registration and voter ID. This is basic common sense. I gave a speech on the floor and said it's an 80-20 issue. If we can't get 60 senators to stand up for that, that's a real problem. And I think we need to make the Democrats stand on the floor and defend why they're opposed to an 80-20 issue. Just today, the U.S. Attorney in the Eastern District of Pennsylvania arrested a 50-year-old man from Mauritania who's not a citizen, is illegally
Again, I mean, it's absolutely insane. Donald Trump Jr. also weighing in. Total commitment to one of the most important pieces of legislation to save our republic, pass the Save America Act now. He was quote tweeting Ken Paxton, Attorney General of Texas. The Save America Act is the most important bill the U.S. Senate could ever pass. I'm committed to helping President Trump get it done. I would consider dropping out of the race if Senate leadership agrees to lift the filibuster and pass the Save America Act. Don Jr.'s enthusiasm is contagious. It's about to reach the highest levels of the administration. Caroline Leavitt passed the Save America Act. Do you support or oppose the Save America Act that would require proof of citizenship, require voter ID, require states to remove non-citizens, require states to share unredacted voting rolls with the Department of Homeland Security? 71% to 29%. 71% support. The press secretary getting involved. You know it is top priority at the White House. This is what she said just moments ago outside the White House.
Does he see a deadline for the Save America Act, as I know that's a priority of his to get passed? As soon as possible, I know the president would say. This is a huge priority for the president. It remains one. I know he has added on some priorities to the Save America Act in recent days, namely no transgender transition surgeries for minors. We are not going to tolerate the mutilation of young children in this country, and no men in women's sports. And the president putting all of these priorities together, it speaks to just how common sense they are. These are all common sense priorities of this president that are backed by the vast majority of Americans, and he wants Republicans to act on them as quickly as possible.
And they better. The White House trying to stay diplomatic, but the grassroots pressure is about to get more direct. Gunter Eagleman, hey, John Thune, the boss is talking to you. Do your effing job and pass the Save America Act. Donald Trump, the Republicans must do with passion and at the expense of everything else, the Save America Act. And not the watered-down version. This is a country-defining fight for the soul of a nation. The president posting that on Truth Social. So here's what the establishment refuses to acknowledge. Okay, this arrest in Pennsylvania proved everything President Trump's been warning about. They said it was a conspiracy theory. They said non-citizen voting was a myth. They gaslit the American people for years, and now the FBI, their own FBI, just proved them liars. Senator McCormick said it himself, if we can't get 60 senators to support an 80-20 issue, that's the real problem. The Democrats are about to be forced to defend the indefensible on live television, a talking filibuster. It means they can't hide anymore. Every single senator will have to go on record. Do you support American citizens choosing their own leaders, or do you support foreign nationals canceling out their votes? That's the question, right? So the Save America Act, it's a line in the sand, folks. Proof of citizenship to register, voter ID at the polls, purging non-citizens from voter rolls, sharing those rolls with Homeland Security. This is how we save the republic. President Trump called it a country-defining fight for the soul of our nation. And he's right. Call your senators today. Tell them to pass the Save America Act now. No watered down version, no delays, no excuses. So here's my question. Should every Republican senator who refuses to support this bill face a primary challenge? Drop your answer in the comments, yes or no. And while you are fired up, head over to the Next News Network merch shelf below this video. Grab some gear, find something you like, show the world you stand for election integrity, and share this video with every patriot you know, because the mainstream media will never cover this. Make sure you're subscribed, hit the notification bell, and remember, the fight for America is happening right now. I'm Gary Franchi. Stay informed and stay free.
The system controls information. Information control is power.
They don't want you to see this.
The truth only survives together. They don't want this. Share this now.